Right, Salawam. Before I get started with today's lesson, I'd like to give all the praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Sai, Bahashim, Ha, Rikar, Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to Yahakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. I'm Brother Yas, back with another lesson. All right. And as you can see, Vladimir Putin has met with North Korea president, okay, Kim Jong-Un. All right, and this is beautiful, man. All right, and they're gonna hook up. They're hooking up to come against the West, America. All right, because America has used the EU and the UN, NATO and the EU, and then they gave them the go ahead, gave Ukraine the go ahead to have missiles, long range missiles, and shoot into Russia. So now Russia's going around with his allies and giving them missiles. All right, so they can get ready to shoot on Babylon. All right, so this is basically an article. I'm just going to read the headline. Russian President Vladimir Putin makes a rare visit to North Korea, an old ally. And they haven't been over there. Putin hasn't visited over there since 2000. So it's been 24 years. And they're basically clicking up to fight against the sanctions that America is putting on North Korea and putting on Russia, man. All right. And then in another headline, it says, Putin, peace if Ukraine stops NATO plans, gives up the region. Okay, so Putin put out a plan, all right, for there to be peace in Ukraine, and then the NATO and the EU came back and they rejected it, man. All right, and if you read down here, it says the United States and NATO rejected Putin's ceasefire offer. All right, this is not a proposal made in good faith. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said, okay, so they don't want this peace, man. All right, and as you know, let's get to the scriptures. All right, so you got Putin saying, he wants some peace, and of course, when you hear peace and safety, this is what you should think of. All right, and it says 1 Thessalonians 5:5. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And it's not going to be a thief in the night to the men of the Lord, because we're watching it. We're watching the signs and the prophecies, and we're bringing them out. Verse 3, for when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them, and travail upon a woman with child, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. So it ain't gonna be no fucking peace and safety, man. All it's gonna be is World War III. All right, and that's it, man. All right, and this is the Lord's plan. He's maneuvering these countries and getting them ready for war, and getting them ready to shoot those IC intercontinental ballistic missiles over here on Babylon, which is America, spiritual Egypt, and Sodom and Gomorrah. Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yeah, China think they're going to be the next up, and they're going to get the economy and be the world leader. Russia think they're going to be the next up. They're going to get the economy and be the world leader with their currency. All right. And it's a vain thing. Why? Because these people are about to be destroyed. Yahweh Shem outside is about to come back and take all their crowns, meaning taking all of these presidents and rulers out of their rulership. Okay. So they're imagining vain thing. But as you can see, Russia is doing exactly what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Sai wants them to do, and that's be a guard. And it says in Ezekiel 38, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. That's over there in the region where Russia is, the chief prince of Meshach and Taboo, and prophesy against him. Okay. And Meshach and Tabor is right over there by Turkey, man. Turkey area. And say, thus said the Lord thy power. Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Magog and Tubal, and that's right over there by Turkey, man. And as you can see, Turkey trying to leave NATO and the EU. All right, and they trying to join the BRICS. Okay, and who's part of the BRICS? Russia and China. Okay, the BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. Okay? It says, verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaw, and I will bring thee forward and all thine army. Yeah, the Lord is putting these Russians back in that old Soviet Union spirit, man. Okay? And he's going to lead them into to that Saudi Arabia area so they can have World War III, man. All right? And it says, and I will put thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yeah, because it's going to be a great war in that Middle East, man. And you got all these countries that's going to be a part of it. All right, like verse 5, Persia, that's Iran, man. All right, and we know Iran hates America and hates Israel. Okay, so they're going to join nations with Russia. Ethiopia going to join with Russia. And Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmets because they're going to go to war. Gomer, that's Turkey, man. And all of his bands. The house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all of his bands. And many people with thee. All right, so all of these countries are going to gang up together, all right, and be over there in the so-called Middle East, which is the Saudi Arabia region, all right. Salakia. It says, verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's what Russ is doing. They're a guard to these nations, man. All right. And they're gearing up to fight over there in Saudi Arabia, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's preparing these nations for war. Beat your plowshare into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And they're beating all of their agricultural tools into weapons, man. Fuck agriculture. They turn it into weapons. And let the weak say, I'm strong. That's North Korea, man. All right. That's a small country, but they got ICBM missiles and they backed by Russia now. All right. So they strong. And it says, assemble yourself and come all ye heathens and gather yourself together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right. So this is why all of these nations are going to gather up in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. Where they're going to be judged by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It said, verse 12, let the heathens be wakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathens round about. And you're going to be judged for what you did to the nation of Israel, man. Mainly the elect, man. All right. And so that's what's going on. So it says in Jeremiah 51 and 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Her wine is the philosophies, all right, the money system. Therefore, the nations are mad. And yeah, they're pissed off. You put sanctions on their countries, all right? You got their countries in a financial rut. Okay, that's why they're trying to de-dollarize and get away from the dollar, man. So these nations are mad, man, and they're going to shoot missiles on Babylon. Okay, Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, see, all of these nations that participate in the American dollar have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, they're gonna they talking about peace, and they acting like they get along with America, but yet they setting a trap for America. Okay, and what's gonna happen is that Putin's gonna have an evil thought. Ezekiel 38:10. Thus said the Lord thy power, the Lord Yahweh by sending outside thy power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, man. And that evil thought is to shoot missiles over here in Babylon, man, in which they will. And Isaiah chapter 13:17, behold, I will stir up the Medes, that's Russia, against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bowels also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the womb, on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So Russia's not going to care about your gold and silver. So you're not going to be able to bribe them with money. All right, and they're going to shoot those ICBM missiles over here with no regard for your children, your little baby.